Picture this. You're walking down the street on a blazing hot summer day, and suddenly someone passes by wearing something that makes you stop dead in your tracks. Not because it's overwhelming, but because it's so perfectly fresh, so addictive, that you find yourself turning around just to catch another whiff. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Jesse, and I'm glad you clicked on this video where we dive deep into fragrances that actually matter. Today, I'm sharing 7 summer scents that have become absolute obsessions of mine. We're talking about fragrances that don't just smell good. They create moments, turn heads, and make people remember you. But here's the thing. Not all of these are what you'd expect. Some are budget-friendly clones that outperform their expensive inspirations. Others are hidden gems from brands you've probably never heard of. And a few? Well, they're limited editions that might disappear before you get your hands on them. So grab a cold drink and let's explore these summer obsessions together. Trust me, by the end of this video, your fragrance wish list is going to look very different. Let's kick things off with something that completely changed my perspective on summer fragrances. This is Missoni pour Homme, and I have my friend Marcus to thank for this discovery. Marcus and I were hanging out at this outdoor cafe last summer, and I kept noticing this incredible scent floating around him. It wasn't your typical aquatic summer fragrance or screaming citrus. It was something entirely different. Fresh, but with this mysterious depth that kept pulling me back in. When I finally asked what he was wearing, he just smiled and said, "You'll never guess." He was right. Missoni pour Homme. I'd walked past this bottle 100 times and never given it a second thought. The opening hits you with gorgeous bergamot and lemon. But here's where it gets interesting. There's rosemary that gives it this herbal Mediterranean vibe. It's like walking through an Italian herb garden after rain. As it develops, you get beautiful woody notes mixed with subtle florals that never feel feminine. Performance-wise, this thing is a beast. 8 to 10 hours of solid wear time, with projection that's noticeable without being obnoxious. It creates a perfect scent bubble around you. People notice when they get close, but you're not choking anyone out. The best part? It works everywhere. Office meetings, dinner dates, weekend barbecues. It's that rare fragrance that manages to be both casual and sophisticated. What really hooked me was how it evolves throughout the day, slowly melting into this warm, comforting base that feels like a gentle hug. Now, while Missoni gave me that perfect balance, my next fragrance taught me an important lesson about trade-offs in the fragrance world. Boss Bottled Tonic. The fragrance that taught me sometimes the most refreshing scents come with a price, and I'm not talking about money. I discovered this during a brutal heat wave last July. I was desperately searching for something that would cut through the oppressive humidity. The moment I sprayed this on, I understood the hype. This opening is pure liquid refreshment. Bright grapefruit and bergamot are mixed with incredible ginger that gives it a spicy fizz. It literally feels like someone handed you an ice-cold ginger ale on the hottest day of the year. The heart brings nice spicy elements, and there's this clean, modern woody base that grounds everything beautifully. It's one of the few scents that actually makes me feel physically cooler when I wear it. But here's the catch. This beautiful scent disappears in about 3 hours. The name tells you everything. It's called Tonic, not Parfum. At first, I was frustrated, but then I realized something important. Sometimes a fragrance doesn't need to last all day to be perfect for its purpose. Now I keep a travel-size bottle with me during summer. One spray in the morning for that wake-up call, another after lunch for that midday boost. It's become my secret weapon for staying fresh when the heat gets unbearable. Speaking of secret weapons, my next discovery came from an unexpected place. A tiny house creating clones so good, they're making me question everything about expensive niche fragrances. Mazaaj Infused, a fragrance that taught me never to judge a bottle by its price tag. I was browsing a fragrance forum when someone posted about finding a Louis Vuitton Imagination clone for under $30. My first reaction? Pure skepticism. How could some unknown brand come close to a sophisticated fragrance that costs 10 times that amount? But curiosity got the better of me. When it arrived, I was shocked. Not just by how close it smelled to imagination, but by how it actually improved on the original in some ways. The opening is almost identical. That beautiful tart citrus blend with bergamot and bitter orange. But Mazaaj Infused takes its own path by adding this clean, soapy quality that makes it feel incredibly fresh and modern. It's like they took imagination and gave it a shower. The ginger note is absolutely perfect for summer, adding gentle spice that keeps the fragrance from being too predictable. And the woody base, clean, modern, and sophisticated without being heavy. Performance is surprisingly solid. 6 to 7 hours of wear time, which honestly isn't far off from the original imagination. At this price point, it's almost criminal how good this fragrance is. The only downside? The bottle feels cheap, and the atomizer isn't as refined. But when the juice inside is this good, who cares about packaging? Now, if Mazaaj taught me about finding luxury quality at budget prices, my next fragrance reminded me why sometimes there's no substitute for the real thing. Dior Homme Cologne, the fragrance that saved me from melting during the hottest day I've ever experienced. Picture this, mid-August, 105 degrees, stuck outside for a work event with no escape. I'm miserable and sweating when my friend Tyler, who somehow looked completely cool, told me I needed to try something. He hands me his bottle of Dior Homme Cologne and says, "This will change your life." The effect was almost instant. This opening is like jumping into an ice-cold pool on a scorching day. The most refreshing citrus blend I've ever experienced. Grapefruit blossom that's tart and juicy, bergamot that's bright and zesty, all wrapped in icy freshness that literally makes you feel cooler. As it develops, there's gorgeous white musk that keeps everything clean and airy. It never gets heavy or cloying. It's pure liquid refreshment in a bottle. Performance is what you'd expect from something called cologne. 4 to 5 hours of light. Airy wear designed to refresh rather than overwhelm. This has become my go-to for any situation where I need instant cooling relief. And the only real downside is the price. But sometimes you pay for perfection. And Dior Homme Cologne is as close to perfect summer refreshment as I found. While Dior gave me perfect cooling, my next discovery showed me that sometimes the most interesting fragrances combine notes you'd never expect. Odyssey Limoni Fresh. The fragrance that proved creativity in perfumery is alive and well, even in budget-friendly houses. I stumbled across this completely by accident while browsing a discount site. This bright yellow bottle caught my eye. The name Limoni Fresh sounds almost too simple, but something called to me. The opening hits you with gorgeous lemon, orange, and bergamot. Nothing groundbreaking there, but then something unexpected happened. About 10 minutes in, I started picking up this subtle tea note that completely transformed the fragrance. It's like they took a classic citrus cologne and added this sophisticated tea ceremony element. The tea isn't overpowering. It's more like a whisper that adds depth to what could have been one-dimensional. The aquatic notes are perfectly balanced too. Not that harsh synthetic ocean smell. Instead, they feel natural, like a gentle sea breeze carrying citrus grove scents. Performance is solid. 5 to 6 hours with moderate projection, perfect for close encounters. What impressed me was how this tells a story throughout development. It starts as pure summer energy, then settles into something more contemplative and refined. While Odyssey surprised me with creativity, my next fragrance taught me never to judge a brand by its name. Halloween Man Hero. Yes, Halloween. And before you laugh, this fragrance completely shattered my preconceptions about budget-friendly houses. When my friend Jake first told me about this, I thought he was pranking me. Halloween? The brand that makes novelty fragrances at discount stores? But Jake insisted, and he's never steered me wrong. When it arrived, I was surprised by the decent presentation. The real shock came when I sprayed it. This opening is absolutely gorgeous. Fresh citrus with grapefruit and bergamot. But there's this aquatic quality that feels like ocean spray on a perfect beach day. As it develops, you get beautiful lavender notes that add aromatic quality without feeling old-fashioned. There's ginger too, that magical summer note that adds just the right spice to keep things interesting. The base shows real quality, smooth amber, soft cashmere notes, and just a touch of patchouli that grounds everything without being heavy. Performance is impressive. 7 to 8 hours of solid wear time with noticeable projection. The versatility won me over. This works for everything from beach days to office meetings. It's young enough for college students, sophisticated enough for professionals. The only downside? The name. Telling someone you're wearing Halloween Man Hero doesn't scream sophistication. But once they smell it, all preconceptions disappear. Speaking of preconceptions, my final fragrance reminded me that sometimes the best fragrances are ones you can't have forever. Boss Bottled Bold Citrus, a limited edition that taught me the hard truth about fragrance collecting. When you find something special, grab it while you can. I discovered this during a random mall trip. I wasn't even looking for fragrances, but this bright orange bottle caught my eye. The salesperson mentioned it was a limited edition and wouldn't be around much longer. The opening hit me like a burst of sunshine. This is citrus done right. Bright lemon and bergamot with just enough rindiness to add character. It's not flat, artificial citrus. This feels like fresh fruit squeezed onto your skin. What sets this apart is the balance. That rindiness adds subtle bitter notes that keep sweetness in check. The geranium adds a green, slightly spicy quality, and the vetiver base provides a woody character without weighing things down. Performance is solid. 5 to 6 hours with moderate projection. Perfect for daytime summer wear. But here's what makes this special and frustrating. It's a limited edition. When it's gone, it's gone. Hugo Boss doesn't mess around with limited releases. I ended up buying 2 bottles, one to wear and one to save. Seeing how hard this has become to find, I'm glad I did. So there you have it. 7 summer obsessions covering every mood, budget, and occasion. For best overall performer, Missoni pour Homme takes the crown. 8 to 10 hours of gorgeous, versatile wear that works anywhere. For pure refreshment on hot days, nothing beats Dior Homme Cologne. Yes, it's pricey and doesn't last all day, but for instant cooling relief, it's liquid magic. Budget-conscious lovers should check out Mazaaj Infused and Halloween Man Hero. Both offer incredible value, rivaling fragrances costing 3 times as much. For something unique, Odyssey Limoni Fresh brings that tea note, setting it apart from every other citrus fragrance. Here's what I've learned. Summer scents don't have to be boring, predictable, or expensive to be impressive. Whether you're drawn to Missoni's complexity, Dior's refreshment, or Halloween's surprising quality, there's something here for every preference and budget. Each fragrance creates its own unique experience. They're not just scents, they're mood changers, confidence boosters, memory makers. Which of these 7 caught your attention? Have you tried any of them? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one and love connecting with fellow fragrance enthusiasts. If this helped you discover your next summer obsession, smash that like button. And if you're new here, hit subscribe and ring that notification bell for our latest discoveries and reviews. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, smell and feel good. Stay fragrant.